Hello there. Am I excited or am I excited? I'm using my new ring light for the second time today and I'm so excited with it. My children bought it as part of my Christmas present and I absolutely love it. Today, what are we going to do? Well, first of all, welcome. Welcome to all my subscribers. Welcome to anyone watching me for the first time. Welcome to all my friends. Welcome to those who are watching for a second, third, fourth time, but have not yet subscribed. So just welcome everybody. What we're doing today? Well, we are going to make a file folder, which I've already started here, and we're going to make a journal to fit inside it, and some ephemera. However, we're not going to make it all today. Today we're going to do the file folder. Isn't that really pretty? I love this bit here. I love it all. So without further ado, because I'm going to show you how I did this. See, I've prepared one earlier mode, and I will show you how I have prepared it. So I got a file folder. Now these are the American, just checking on my screen. Let's zoom out. Can we zoom out a little bit? Oh, doesn't seem to want to. Oh, if I put it down I don't need to. So this is the American style. We can't readily buy them in the shops, but I do get them from Etsy. So let's just measure this. Measures almost 12 inches, so it's like 11 3/4 inches, and this part, not including the bit at the top, is 9 inches. Now we do have them in England, but not this colour. We can only get sort of minky, sort of browny colour. So I do get these from Amazon. I can't remember which shop, can't remember. But if you just put in American style file folders, not Amazon, sorry, into Etsy, then these will come up. So what I did is I cut off the end like that, and then you can see I've stitched around with a little bit of decorative stitching. So what I've got left here is now 7.5 inches by, was it 9? 9, yes. This little bit I won't throw away. I'll do something else with that. I'll just put that to one side. So I cut it off, folded it, stitched it around, and this is where we're up to now. I'm just going to put some parchment paper underneath here, just in case there's any mess, which there will be because it's a mixed media. Pop that under there. I'm wary I've got a coffee here. I'm frightened of that spilling on the table. Beautiful coffee. I've used Channel Island milk, which is very luxurious, I know, but it just takes me back to the days being a little girl. My mum was from the Channel Islands. We always had Channel Island milk with everything. Right, System 3 original white acrylic. I'm just going to get that. I'm going to get a dry brush and put some acrylic on there. Let's just put some on. Now these I don't throw away after I've used them. I'll use them for a while and then I use them for other mixed media projects that I might have. I use them to make the little ruffle. I'll show you. Now, where am I? Who inspired me for this? I was inspired by, just trying to work out which, at the front there, Dreams, etc. And I was inspired by Laurie Girl on the Ridge. Some of it is my own. Well, it is. It's inspiration by them, but my own interpretation of things that they've done. This dries really, really quickly. I'm going to put some down this part here. It dries really quickly. So you don't have to choose white, you can choose whatever colour you want, but you can use gesso. I was going to use gesso, but I thought, hey, let's go mad and use some acrylics before they all go off, because I've not really been using them. So I'm just painting up and down. I did start going across on the other end, but it looked awful and I had to sort of do a quick repair. So just going up and down. Put a bit more on there. The thing I hate has just happened. And that is, I've got it on the brush. I've always, since being a little girl, hated paint on the brush. Do you like my ring? I got that from my mum. When my dad retired, that was the first thing he bought her. So he's retiring, but yeah, buying things for my mum. She obviously had him well organised, didn't she? My mum didn't retire. Oh no, my mum had retired before him, yeah. Right, so that's the white. And then, I love this colour. This is one of my go-to colours. It's called Guacamole, and it is actually chalk acrylic, and I absolutely love it. Let's see if we can get some out. I hope we can. So I'm just going to go over the top. I've not took my threads off, that's why I'm moving these little bits of cotton. And you're just adding another colour to that. I was nearly tempted to go across then, but I personally didn't like that effect. So there's a guacamole. I've got a whole set of these chalk paints. I'm running out. I'm going to, I did drop a hint for them from my Christmas list, but they didn't appear, so I will be buying myself some more. If you don't like, if you think your green's a little bit too intense, just put some white over it. Back to the front. And just keep going. Just put a little bit down there. I just used white cotton on this because I wanted the sewing just to look nice, but I didn't want it to be like the main feature. You can use brown if you want to do. And there we go. There we go. That will dry very, very quickly. I'm just going to pop my ruler in there just to keep that open. It doesn't get glued down with the paint. Right, I'm sitting down now. Have we got a good view? Do we need to move this? I'll move it up. Right. I've just forgotten to get my stamping block out. I'll just get it. It's somewhere here. It is my Musical Note one. I am not good with stamping blocks. This is some Dough Crafts, and it is a large Musical Notes. I'm not good at stamping, so one of my missions this year is to improve my stamping. Just a bit, I think that's a bit green there. I'm just going to have a little bit of that white and just bring it over. Right, so what I did next is I got my palette knife. As you can see, this is actually, it's quite shiny. So what I did is I got this gel texture paste translucent. I love this. Tim Holtz. Actually called him by the right name today. Let's put that on there. This I'm definitely going to be buying some more of. Then I got, just going to move my ruler out the way before it gets covered in everything. Then I got this, my favourite go-to glimmer mist by Tattered Angel. It's called Rustic Green. Now that, even though it's white, when you put it on, will dry translucent. So I've put some glimmer mist in there, and I'm just going to, you can add any colour, you can add paints to it. I've tried anything and everything I've used has worked. Right, so then what I did next, I just put that all over. I actually did it by accident, because what I actually did was spilt some on my work. So I blended it all in like this, and I thought, oh, actually, I really do like that effect. So I hadn't planned to do this, this just happened. And it's just a thin layer. You can still see through my white and pistachio, and it will, like I say, it will dry translucent. I'm just going to lift that. I'm going to put some under there. Love it. All right, I'm very quickly going to dry because it does not take long. In fact, I wiped it then with a paper towel. Forgotten about that. Took off the excess. It's still on there. You can feel it sticky. Still on there. So I wiped off the excess. I'll just give it a quick. So on Christmas Day I said, oh, I love my ring light. I said, all I need to do now is to learn how to edit the videos. So my son said, I'll have a look at that with you over Christmas. You know, he's not working at the moment because he's not been very well. So he's not in all the coming weeks. So he's got time to sit and have a look at it with me. Yay! So I was very excited at that. So you might have videos edited with talkovers and bits cut out, you know, like the dryer. There we go, that's that. I do like the effect that gives. Right. Take off the bits of cotton. You can still see the white, you can still see the avocado. super. Then I got my, this is a Stamperia stencil, and I wanted it there. I'm just going to have to sit down now. So I got this mix. And I'm going to just put it on here. I want it on this bit here. Now carefully just peel that off. Beautiful. I'll put that to one side for washing. I'm just going to give this a very quick dry. I got my this Dylusions is lemon zest. I like the yellow. Just give that a little spray on. I did a little bit on the back. Dries really quickly. Then I got my Versamarker, and then I just sort of went round the edges of the green. Can you see? Am I on? Yeah. I went round some of the edges, and I went onto it as well. Still just a little bit damp, so I just did that. I love doing embossing. It's watching Seth Apter, he really got me. That could clean off. New pen that. Then I used Wow Metallic Gold Rich. Now remember that translucent texture paste is still a little bit damp, so I just sort of went over with my finger. I didn't put a piece of paper under it, and I should have done, so I did that. Put that into there. There's a lot more stayed on there than the other one. Must have been, the other one must have been dry when I put it on, but never mind. Never mind, it'll still look fab. Let's put that little bit into there. I'm just going to fold this over so we get clean side. It is ideal if you can let your texture paste dry a little bit more, but I'm not fretting because I know it's going to look fab. In fact, let's just wipe it off where I don't really want it. Ooh, wanting this thing. just lent in that. How annoying. How annoying in my Christmas jammies. Let me just fold that up. Fold that up. Turn it over. So you can see, you can actually still see some of the green. You can see the gold. You can see where I've gone off the edges. See the green, the gold. You can see it on the embossed on the stencil. So I really like that. Just let me do this heart. Oh, that's right, that's how it's done. So I love that. There isn't as much green as this other one, however, it doesn't matter. So here's the other one, but I had let it dry a little bit more. So I've got some bits and pieces to decorate it. I don't know what pack this paper's from, because it's just some paper that I bought or I've acquired. Oh, hang on. Let me just show you what I did next. Sorry. I'm going to take you back a step. I used some yellow fossilised amber and went all around the edge in fossilised amber. Dreams Etc. was doing her work, and see, I'm the one that always turns to antique photo, but no, she goes to all different colours. And I thought, yeah, why not? I've got so many colours which I hardly use. Why don't I start to edge it in different colours? So there we go. I've done the fossilised amber edging to it. Right, so back to this one. So I've picked this paper as a backing paper. I've picked this, bought this in Germany, a little doily. There's a little Victorian style die cut, vintage Victorian style die cut. Then I made this ruffle. Can you see it's got the green on that I was just using? This was some of the parchment that I used to make this. So I've made a ruffle from it. So let's have a look at putting this together. So I'm going to tear, so that will be my top, and it will come in about here. And it will go down about there. And it will come across about here. Yep, this, just take that down a little bit more. There, that's nice. That's the bottom, so I need to come down here. I'll save all these bits, will be saved, they will all be used in ephemera, etc. And I'm going to bring this down a bit here, like that, and then I'm going to sort of leave that up a bit, and I'm going to tear that down there. So that fits there like that. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to distress this. So I've got green and I've got the old vintage photo, but I'm going to use green. I'm not privy to have a blender for every shade of ink that I've got. So this is ink and it's peeled paint. And I'm just going to go around the edge. I was on a Fabri-Tac ban because of my nails. But Christmas is over. I don't want to lose my nails, but I will very, very carefully use some Fabri-Tac. So that looks nice. But I'm also just going to get a little bit of Distressed Oxide on some of these corners as well. The Victorian Photo, because there's nothing stopping you blending your inks. Right, now this is the bit that I hate, stamping, but I am going to do it. So I've got my musical notes. I got this for £1 at the Bric-a-Brac. I've got my black Stays On ink, which I love the smell of. It smells like cherries. So I'm going to ink that up. How long have we been on now? 28 minutes. I'm aiming for about 30 minutes per video. Right, are we ready? I think I just need a bit of sustenance. Just let me have a bit of coffee. Right, is it going to work? I think I am the world's worst. But I stay away from it, from this. I stay away and I avoid using them. So it's no wonder I'm not very good. Let's see what happens. I'm almost too frightened to lift it up. I'm letting the ink absorb there into my paper. Shall we lift it up? Yay! Got it! Yay! I'm really pleased with that because normally I do not ink very well at all. So it's not amazing. Missed a bit in the middle, but I can catch up with that. So I am now going to glue that onto there. So I have got my... That's quite nice as well, isn't it? Ooh, that would have looked pretty. Right, I've got my Fabri-Tac. I'm going to put it around whilst avoiding my nails. Can't believe I got that Tim Holtz stuff on my sleeve. That texture paste. It turns me right to keep calling him David Holt. After some girls said, oh, here we go. It's coming, it's coming. So I'm going to run the glue around close to the edge. I need some stamps. I don't have many stamps purely because I avoid stamping. There's some lovely ones around. A lot of people seem to be stamping, but I don't. Right. So as soon as you see the stamps on here, how nice this paper's starting to look to use for other projects too. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to burnish it to be a good little crafter. I didn't tear that. Never mind. It matches the straight bit there. So hoping tomorrow that I'm going to do the video recording of how to make the journal to go inside this. can use a brayer to do this. I've seen artists use brayers just to flatten that down. Right, I feel it's just lifting there. I knew it. Mustn't have got up there. Yes, I've not taken this ring off yet that my mum gave me for Christmas. It's so precious. She said, well, now as I'm getting older, I might as well start to give you my jewellery. And this is like one of my favourite rings, so excited. Right, let's have a look. So, I want to put this lady on. Oh, that just fits perfect. And that actually just goes where that little bit is that I didn't stamp on that brilliantly. So, scissors. So, apart from my stamp, I'm there when the old organisation stakes. Just, you know, I've got loads of these. Because I love them, so every time I see them, sorry, I'm cutting off screen there. Every time I see these, I buy them. And then my friend Sabine sent me some really old ones from Germany, which I adore. Right, well, I'm going to go around this in the brown. The vintage photo, this is ink as well. People are sort of saying, artists now, to start to use the ink as opposed to the oxides, because the oxides do change and lose the colours. I don't know if that's true, because I've not been crafting enough to know that, but I do listen to all these people. That's there. So she's going to go there. So let's pop some fabric tape, like 34 minutes now. Ooh. Been making these sweet little envelopes. Aren't they pretty? They've got vintage beads in them. Not vintage beads. Beautiful vintage mother of pearl buttons. Aren't they lovely? I was doing that yesterday. So I thought they are nice to put in a journal, but they're nice to put in my shop as well. So I might put some in my shop. Just depends how I go. So let's just turn this over and position it. So pretty. I would have loved to have been like a Victorian or Edward or even Georgian laid or anything before sort of. I wouldn't have minded being around in the 20s, because I do think the flappers were amazing and I'd have loved to have been a fine young thing. But anything before then, I do think the women were just so beautiful and classy and exquisite. I don't know what women are doing to themselves. Watch TV, all this, oh God, what's it called now? Where they're botched. What sort of program is that? You know, some of that, the way people want to look. I'm over people, self-expression, etc. But sometimes I just think, what is the world coming to? So I'm now going to put this doily on here. Let's find the right side. This is handmade in Germany. It's got these little flowers on. So I'm going to put it here. And then I'm going to take it around to the back as well. So it can just overlap onto her and come upwards a little bit. There we go. I think that looks pretty. Pretty. So let's just go down here. I hate glue showing. I'm obsessed with glue showing. I must give a shout out to Diane Wilkinson too on Junk Journal Beavers sent me a lovely, let me sit down, a lovely rack with some nice tags in. Really pleased with them. Thank you, Diane. She sent me a few things, Diane, in the past. Right, I'm going to put glue on like the backs of these flowers. Let's pop them down there. Ugh, not on my nails. I'm going to put a little bit sort of under the middle there. Back under the flowers. Whilst I'm working fairly quickly with this, you do have time to manipulate fabric tack. It's one of its great features. Put that like that. I want to turn over, pop it on the back. So we need some there. And then I'm trying to do this now without getting out on my nails. I know I've got inks and oxides and paint on my nails, but that'll just wash off. It's the fabric tack, isn't it, that takes it off. It's the acetone, but I wouldn't be without it. So when you, I'm just thinking I might be off screen then. When you see this tomorrow, it might look different again because I'll have probably added millions of other things, because that's how I am. I'm a person who cannot stop embellishing. I've got embellishitis. And the last one there. There we go. So I've done it, and if I need to do, because I will be putting some more things on, if I need to do, I'll stick down some more at a later date. That's looking really pretty. And I've got this. So where do I want? I wanted it to go here, but I don't want it to go over her face. I could go across the bottom. I'm going to make it thinner. So I'm literally just going to tear it. I've done a fancy stitch down the middle there. I'm literally going to tear this to make it thinner. This wasn't parchment paper, this, because I didn't have any up here in my craft room when I was making it, when I was doing this greeny bit, so I just used it. It's like a parchment paper sandwich bag. You just have to use what comes to hand, don't you, what you've got. I can't tear that bit. Must be the seam in the bag. I think I'm the weakest person I know. I will not throw those away. I'll probably stitch down the middle of those and re-ruffle them up again. So that I'm going to put there actually. So what I need to do is put some inks on it. So I'm going to put some yellow. This is Fossilized Amber Distress Oxide. I'm going to put some this ink. I don't want to use the dark one. Put a little bit of that on. And I will use a little bit of Vintage Photo, which I'm mainly just going to ruffle up the edges there. We do like our vintage looks, don't we? Well, most of us. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put that onto there. So fabric tack again. Left the lid off so it's splodged up. Just been to see my mum. So of course, Christmas Eve, she starts with a very mild heart failure. Started off with like acute shortness of breath. So I spent Christmas Eve and most Christmas Day in A&E with her. And she's home now. And me and my brother and our kids and what have you are all helping out. She wants to be at home. Very, very independent lady. That is pretty. Do you know, all that over my stamping and you can hardly blooming see it, can you? Do you know, I think I might have to put some more on down here. I think I will. After all that. Do all my beautiful stamping then, it's not there. Let's do some more across the bottom. I'll be stamping everywhere now. Oh, I love the smell of that. Reminds me of Calpol as well, which is like a paracetamol mixture that you give to your children. Well, it did used to smell like that back in the day when I was a nurse because it was loaded with sugar as well. I don't think it is anymore. Right, let's just go to the bottom and put that the right way up. And we'll just go across there. Pressing the middle where it was at its weakest. Yay, that's better, better. I'm going to put some up there as well. Oh, she's going mad now. When you come back tomorrow, it'll be like covered. Every bit of it will have stamps on. Let's put that up there. There we go. I might put a word. Sound like I'm from Liverpool. Put a word up there as well. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful stamping, Sharon. Just giving myself a pat on the back for that. Lovely. Now then, do I need any more on here? Let's have a look in the world famous Never Ending scrap jar. Let me move that. The scrap jar that never, 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 no matter what I do. Oh, look at that. It's part of a dolly's dress. No matter what I do, never, never, never empties. So look at this. Okay, we'll rip down there then. That's pretty. Put that on there. This is from a vintage ugly doll, my daughter calls them. Ugly dolls. The vintage ones. That's something that could go on. That's pretty. Maybe. Let's have a look. I've got some, these were little bows off the dress. Just put that on and a little bow. I don't want it to look like, oh, I've just stuck that on for absolutely no reason at all. I want it to look thought out. That colour actually matches a... Yeah, that's nice. I've got a pink here. I think that would look quite nice on there. I'm going to do that. Yeah, so my daughter's like, oh, these ugly dolls. we went to the antique centre and she went, what we're looking for? I said, we're looking for vintage dolls to make some spooky things with for the Halloween and what have you. So she went, oh, you mean ugly dolls? So I said, well, you're not very nice, are you? But this is like a vintage, it's like a taffeta. Oh, she would have had a dress, definitely. Maybe a taffeta, wouldn't she? She'd have had a few, I imagine. I'm going to stop because I'm at 47 minutes. Come on, Glee. You're holding me up. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to start saying my farewells and adieus. Because I am going to go. And I am going to finish my coffee and upload the videos. And tidy up. That's there. This has got bits of vintage lace behind it and fabric, so we'll put some of this on here and we will pop that there like that. Very pretty. I'm going to leave it at that for now, for today. So tomorrow, as I said, we will start to make a journal to go inside of this. So I think that's really pretty, and I hope you do too. So I'm Sharon, and this is Be Divine Vintage. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm heading towards 1,000 subscribers, so I'm super excited. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.